You shouldn't believe everything you read or hear, or just anything, really. Alas, we live in the information age, where it's hard to know what you gotta believe, what to believe, who to believe, anything! You don't know anything. But never fear, dear viewer or listener, however you're hearing this. Join us as Fact Checking the Internet Volume 1 gets deep fat fried.
Deep fat fried!
Another one of these volume ones. Volume 1.
Because this one can go on
and then like 3 months from now, you'll make an episode with the exact same premise, but it'll be like, checking the bullshit of the internet, volume 1. And it'll be like, why is this not volume 2 of the fucking series? Like, I don't know. Seem different. I don't know.
Also, I don't really title most of the fucking...
Yeah, you do, Scott. You title every episode. You're a piece of shit, Scotty.
You title most of them, TJ.
You're a piece of shit, Scotty. You title every fucking one. Every fucking one goes, it's your fucking baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's right, Scotty. That's fucking right, bitch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think I care, TJ? Look, if someone serious was saying this, I'd be worried.
But it's not. It's just me.
It's just
you. It's just you, TJ.
So this first one is, did Elon Musk's dad own emerald mines? Because I've heard this thrown about by a lot of people on the internet. I'm like, is it just something someone made up to attack him? Is it real? I don't really know.
Who fucking knows?
Paul, I've heard you say this. Do you think it's real?
No comment.
Ah, okay. So Paul's not, TJ, what do you think?
I think he did.
You think he did?
But
okay.
I don't know.
So let's go to the claim.
All right. Elon Musk's family once owned an emerald mine in Zambia. Here's a fascinating story of how they came to own it. So there you go. It says right there they owned it. So fuck you, Scotty.
Well, let's go down a little bit because actually, so in the mid 1980s, Elon Musk's father Errol and a co-pilot were on their way to England aboard a plane they hoped to sell when they landed there. They never made it to their destination. Instead, Errol returned to South Africa with a half share in a Zambian emerald mine, which would help fund the family's lavish lifestyle of yachts, skiing, holidays, and expensive computers. In that lifestyle, Errol says, that turned Elon into a kind of merchant adventurer who would later break the rules of the motoring business with Tesla and go on to change spaceflight with SpaceX.
Dope.
The way Errol tells it, it all started with an inconvenient religious holiday. On their way to England, Errol and his co-pilot got word that the original flight plan was going to cost a lot of money. We're going to fly into Judea, and there was a religious holiday, and they said if we come in now, you have to pay $2,000, but if you wait 10 days, we can come in at no charge. So we decided to head back to the lake. I know this is all African, so I'm going to butcher this. Tanganyika, from where we were.
Wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not how you say it, Scotty.
How do you say it then, TJ?
Tanganyika, bitch.
I think. Right. So how about this one? I think we were in Djibouti. Djibouti. Look at all the lower place, TJ.
No. You should know this article. You should know your episode, Scotty. You should know this article by heart before you even fucking press the record button.
I don't. I know the content.
Shameful.
There, the two South Africans ran into a group of Italians who, as it happened, were in the market for an airplane. Errol named his price, and the deal was done. So he went into this guy's prefab. He opened his safe, and there were just stacks of money, and paid me out £80,000. It was a huge amount of money, he said. They said the equivalency now is like £350,000, £360,000, somewhere around there. Sitting with the cash in his hand, Errol was made another offer he couldn't refuse. We'd like to buy half an emerald mine for half of his new riches. I said, oh, all right. So I became half owner of the mine, and we got emeralds for the next 6 years. It was a lucrative decision. Errol employed a cutter in Johannesburg and sold the stones wherever his travels as an engineer or family holidays took him. Okay, so that's the claim. And of course, going on at the time was apartheid in South Africa, which is where Elon Musk and his family are from. So it's like Elon Musk got his wealth from apartheid basically like these slave mines. Now, Elon Musk, of course, has said it's not true. So you go our next thing. In 2019, Elon Musk confronted the Twitter talking point about his father's supposed emerald mine, writing, and if you go to the next one, it'll show his response. He didn't own an emerald mine, and I worked my way through college, ending up $100K in student debt. I couldn't even afford a second PC at Zip2, his first company. So programmed at night and website only worked during the day. Where's this BS coming from?
Well, it was coming from Business Insider a minute ago.
Well, basically, his dad did an interview with Business Insider, and that's where they got this information from.
So the information is coming from your daddy.
Yeah,
his dad's like, I owned a fucking emerald mine in fucking apartheid Africa. And Elon's like, what? No.
So here we have.
Yeah, Scotty, I just farted on your episode, dude.
It's all right.
Just farted right on it.
Go back to that image, actually, of Errol and Elon, if you would. Right.
Sure, here you go.
So this is something I pulled from an article. However, Errol's involved in a lucrative mine operation, and Elon having pulling himself up by his bootstraps are not mutually exclusive. This is from a book that was written on it. The family owned one of the biggest houses in Pretoria, thanks to the success of Errol's engineering business. A business that included
every one of these fucking goddamn billionaires wants to fucking spin some goddamn yarn about how they're fucking self-made. And ain't goddamn one of them self-made. I tell you that. You go look into these motherfuckers again and again and again. Oh, yeah, I mean, my dad was rich, but, you know, that didn't have nothing to do with my success. I mean, it's like literally over and over again. Remember that fucking, I don't even remember his name, but the fucking black billionaire I did an episode about because he was the richest man in Africa. He was like, I'm a self-made man. It's like, wasn't your father rich? Oh, well, yes, but I have given so much to charity that it cancels out the money I started with. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense.
I started with the small loan of my father of $1 million, TJ.
Yeah, Trump, our fucking goddamn former president, maybe future president, fucking Elon Musk, like, oh, no, I mean, I was broke, you guys. Just like now he's like, oh, I'm sleeping on friends' couches and stuff. I might be a bazillionaire, but I don't live like it, you know? Yeah. I'm like living low and I'm not high on the hog or nothing. It's like, fucking, God damn you, you son of a bitch. You don't get to fucking live in the lap of luxury and have all this money and wealth and shit and then just pretend like, oh, well, actually, I'm quite humble.
Actually,
came from humble beginnings, bro. That. Yeah, I know. But I'm not, he don't get to do it in my mind.
He's got fuck you money, man. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, he's got the most fuck you money in the world. Business that included large projects, and this is a modest upbringing, office buildings, retail complexes, residential subdivisions, and an Air Force base. Elon even admitted his father is, quote, brilliant at engineering, despite being an overall, quote, terrible human being. In an interview with Errol from 2018, the British tabloid Mail on Sunday wrote, Musk Sr. was a millionaire before the age of 30. Yeah, but of course, humble origins.
And that's like a millionaire back in the day when having $1 million was like having $20 million now. You know what I mean? So this idea that Elon was anything approaching poor ever, like maybe his dad like refused to give him as much money as he needed, and that's why he tries to play like the all suffering fucking self-made man or whatever. But I don't
well, we'll get into a little bit more in a second, but. I mean, he gives a very humble origin story, if you look at it. So Elon was born June 28th, 1971, to Errol and his wife, May Musk, when they were both in their 20s. This is important because the parents divorced in 1979, 9 years after getting married. It wasn't until the mid-1980s that the emerald mine in question came into the picture. The details of the mine stem from stories published in the Business Insider South Africa from journalist Philip DeWitt that rely on Errol Musk's personal account. According to him, Errol became a half-owner in an emerald mine in Zambia in the 80s, though he doesn't specify a year, and he got, quote, emeralds for the next 6 years. The story was preceded by even more unbelievable one, in which he spoke of Elon and his brother Kimball selling some of the precious stones to stores in Tiffany & Co. on Fifth Avenue off the street. So the story basically goes that they're like, we have emeralds, they went to New York City, and they're like, hey, let's go sell some of these emeralds to Tiffany so we can see what the markup is. So they go into the store and they sell the emeralds for like $800, $600, like some small amount. I mean, not nothing to sneeze at, obviously, but not what you would expect, to pay retail. And then they went back later and it was like $24,000, and they're like, "Wow, They're marking this stuff up like crazy. We've learned stuff about business. Other than a first-hand account, though, there's not to be much found to corroborate the story. But the counterpoint to the obvious fact that the Musk were well off financially, especially considering their status as a white family in apartheid South Africa, is that Elon, his siblings, and May had to free themselves from Errol's abusive relationship. As Maya Kossoff wrote of May's recent memoir, Errol was, quote, was physically, financially, and emotionally manipulative and abusive. When May extricated herself from the marriage, she remembers eating peanut butter sandwiches and bean soup, not coasting on riches and an emerald mine. Oh, from an emerald mine, excuse me. Mm. So that's interesting. So everyone claims the source of this is a basically Business Insider from South Africa. Right. That's what they claim the source is. Well, we'll go down here. This is from 2014. Before the internet got a hold of this, anything about this emerald mine.
Right.
So scroll down, please.
Okay. Which one?
Keep going. How do you handle fear?
All right.
How do you handle fear? Elon Musk, company death, not succeeding with the company, causes me a lot more stress than physical danger. But I've been in physical danger before. The funny thing is, I've not actually been that nervous. In South Africa, my father had a private plane, and we'd fly in incredibly dangerous weather and barely made it back. This is going to sound slightly crazy. My father also had a share in an emerald mine in Zambia. I was 15 and really wanted to go with him, but I didn't realize how dangerous it was. I couldn't find my passport, so I ended up grabbing my brother's, which turned out to be 6 months overdue. So we had the plane load of contraband and overdue passport from another person. There were AK-47s all over the place, and I'm thinking, man, this could go really bad.
But a minute ago on Twitter, he was saying that he had no idea about any of that.
Yeah.
What?
And that and it's been claimed that was the source, but if you go back to 2014, there's another source.
Seems like you're kind of corroborating the fucking story back then. Before there was like a big deal made out of it. Like, oh yeah.
And the source is Elon Musk. So did Elon Musk just make the story up?
Yeah.
And which he could have said, "Hey, I made it up to sound more interesting. I made it up to sound like a devil may care."
I was just trying to sound like a badass. You know.
And this is long before that 2018 article that everyone brings up. So, I mean, I looked for if anyone did fact check this,
and him and his estranged father just happened to tell the same fucking bullshit story that didn't really happen, though. You know.
As far as I can tell, I mean, people try to say this is not true, and Elon Musk has denied it as being true. But to me, I guess you can't say 100% it's true.
It's definitely fucking true. No, I'll say 100% it's true.
Fabricated.
Why would they both be saying it? Why would he say it back then? Then it becomes controversy to do it. Oh, never mind. That never happened.
But you have Musk on the record saying this. So I don't know.
Musk on the record on both sides of the issue. And it's like he was, oh, yeah, me and my fucking dad used to smuggle diamonds and shit. Oh, I mean, no, we didn't. Whoops. That never happened. Where do you guys get this stuff? You crazy.
Yeah, and it's pretty much, where's this bullshit coming from? It's like, you put it out in the zeitgeist in 2014.
You motherfucker.
It says right there, my father had a share in a emerald mine in Zambia. Mm-hmm. He shared a secret inside of the mine.
Oh, right.
That he shared a picnic. With his friend.
I see. He was Oh, yeah.
He had a share.
I'm saying he owned a share of the fucking
No, it says he had a share.
Oh, yeah.
What about this one, TJ? Is it real?
Him and old Jizz Lane. This is the photo real?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, it is. I've seen it all over the place. I'd be fucking pretty goddamn annoyed if it's not.
That this was photoshopped.
It's photoshopped. I can see the pixels. I can see the fuzzy pixels.
Oh yeah, there is a pixel there. I see that pixel.
You see it between Jizz Lane's shoulder and his fucking suit? That whole area right there is filled with fuzzy pixels.
Wow. Oh my god, so many pixels. You're right. Case closed.
Yep. So Paul's going fake. I got
you. The lighting is different on them too. Like he's lit from above and she's lit from like the side.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Good point.
Next slide, please, PJ.
Frequently shared picture purportedly shows Tesla CEO Elon Musk posing next to convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell at a party.
It's right. It's true.
That's because Snopes is in the fucking bag for the establishment. They don't like a fucking man like Elon to succeed.
Well, they have the full body shot too. If you want to go down, so you can see the full.
I don't think there's what. No, I don't think so.
Snopes is part of the deep state.
There
dude.
it is.
No.
There's the full size picture.
There's even more pixels there. Look at all them pixels, Scotty.
Hella pixels. Look at how they didn't even clean up the fucking.
You guys. So interesting you guys say this. So you're saying that
this is like MS. This isn't even a Photoshop. This is MS Paint level. I can't believe anyone would fall for this.
It goes. If you guys believe that, it goes even deeper than that. Can you scroll up a little bit because there's someone that confirmed this story, which is Musk himself.
What do you say?
I think you have to let me see where it is. You gotta scroll down.
Okay.
There's a quote from him saying like Musk basically says he was photobombed by her.
Okay,
is his story. If you scroll down, maybe we can find it.
Maybe it's underneath. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Don't know Ghislaine at all. She photobombed me once at a Vanity Fair party several years ago. Real question is why Vanity Fair invited her in the first place.
That's
probably just to fucking eventually ruin your reputation when she would,
saying
have
his
her eventual downfall and shit.
Maybe that's possible, but look how close she's standing to him.
Yeah, she's got some pretty serious good photobomb skills. Like you thought you were just taking a picture on your own, and then she's just there, right next to you and stuff. Boom! Shit!
Most photobombs, there's like either they're above the person, so there's like a distance where you could say like, okay, that's why they would never know someone was there. But like, there's no
other person just like manifested into my reality at that fucking exact moment. You guys, I thought I was taking a solo shot, but no.
Like, yeah, you can sense someone's right next to you. So, the photo is real, and he definitely, maybe didn't know. I don't think it means he knew what the fucking crimes she was committing were, but he definitely knew who the fuck she was, at least to some degree. This one's true.
You're goddamn right, Scotty.
Wrong.
You're goddamn right.
A couple of fucking skeptics on here. Okay, well, maybe this next one.
I believe the story in almost every. I don't know why Elon is down here saying that this actually happened, because like if you look at this, you can clearly see. Look at these pixels in this area in particular. You see them pixels, Scotty? You see them right here?
No,
right there, the pixelies.
They're messy, dude. Those pixels are messy.
Messy pixels. Messy pixels.
That's her dress.
And this is when Elon was dressed as Hitler, I guess.
This is Elon's Hitler pick.
Okay. He's I gotta say, I've seen better Hitlers. He doesn't look much like him, to be honest with you, in the face. I think it's really kind of a fail.
I think it's spot on, TJ. Now this one's one. We've all heard this one endlessly, but I feel like we just had to fucking
see. This is how the left besmirches the right wing, because here you see Hitler right here on this side wearing what the actual armband of the Nazis, which is the communist hammer and sickle. But then these lefties, they get a hold of it, and they always try to put the swastika in there to make it seem like that's some kind of hate symbol, and it was not. Hitler was a communist.
So the claim here was
best buddies with Stalin.
Hitler was a socialist.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, TJ, if I had a dime for every time I heard that one,
national,
I'd have enough to buy Twitter, at least an emerald mine, TJ.
National what party, Scotty? National what party? Huh?
God, TJ, you're insufferable, dude. God, you're
national what party, Scotty? Let me ask you this: what does Nazi mean? National.
TJ, I have it in a document. I can just cheat. National Socialist German Workers' Party.
So, what was that word? I missed that second word. Say that one.
National Socialist.
No,
German
I can't hear.
Party.
When you say it all together, it becomes jumbled. Just say the second word. No, I can't understand. Can't understand. Just say that second word, Scotty.
No,
just say that second word in isolation.
I'll read you the entire thing.
Scotty.
The National Socialist German Workers' Party, TJ.
So the second word is socialist. You don't deny this, right?
No.
All right.
Why would I deny
Case
it?
closed.
It's right there.
Case closed. Checkmate. Case closed. Case closed, guy.
So TJ, you're rating this as true. Hitler was in fact a socialist.
Oh my God, yeah. Socialist AF, bro.
All right, well, let me read you all this evidence. And at the end of that, you can present your evidence. I'm sure Paul has no time. The show has to go long.
Whatever, sure.
If the show has to go long, then what do you mean evidence quotations? Obviously, if you're right, then it won't even be an issue.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of evidence going to be shown here today.
Okay.
Do your little communist tap dance away from the truth, Scotty.
From January 30th, 1933 to May 2nd, 1945, Germany was under the control of the National Socialist German Workers' Party. The Nazis, TJ, the Nazis. Founded in 1920, the Nazi Party steadily gained power with German electoral politics, leading to then President Paul von Hindenburg, oh God, bad name, appointing Adolf Hitler as Chancellor of Germany in 1933. Counter some popular beliefs, Hitler was never elected either Chancellor or as the Führer when he was the dictator of Nazi Germany. Nazism arose in a very specific and very German political environment. To begin with, Germany had a long history of socialist and Marxist political organizing, even before the First World War, which launched in 1914. And following the end of the First World War, and more importantly, Germany's loss in the war, and thus the end of the German Empire, German politics became incredibly contentious and even deadly.
Dude, my uncle von Hindenburg is going to sue you for defamation, Scotty.
Why?
It's outrageous. Uncle von Hindenburg didn't even know this fucking guy, dude. He didn't appoint him to shit. It's fake news.
Dude, Paul appointed Hitler Chancellor, dude. Just remember that. Just remember that, guys. So, with German politics becoming incredibly contentious, communists and Freikorps, World War I veterans who became a right-wing militia of sorts during the 1920s, at times even battled in the streets. In 1919, for example, 15,000 Germans died in 9 days of fighting between left-wing groups and right-wing groups in the streets of Berlin. Sounds like a pleasant time. And of course, who shows up but Adolf Hitler? Failed artist from Austria. And he sees, like, hey, things aren't going too hot. The German political system is a complete disarray. And further complicate matters, of course, during that war, the population had lost 19% of males to the war. So 19% of males are gone. And of course, was still enduring food shortages nationwide. So he decides to join what is called the German Workers' Party, DAP, in 1919. The party renamed itself the NSDAP in 1920. And of course, shortly after, in 1921, Hitler becomes the party chairman.
Dude, if 19% of all males were dead, I bet it was like a pussy bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
Why they were fighting in the street, Paul? They weren't fighting about politics. They were fighting for this side's going to get more bitches than this side.
20% of bitches that weren't available are now available. Let's fight to see who gets them. And fucking Jews kept winning. They're just like, oh, they keep fucking all these Jews. Jews got all the fucking money, man. Fucking bullshit. You know what we should do? We should kill them fucking Jews, man. Yeah. That's how it happened. I'm telling you.
So here's some stuff for you, TJ. But despite joining what we call the National Socialist German Workers' Party, Adolf Hitler was not a socialist. Far from it.
Lame.
In fact, in July 1921, Hitler briefly left the NSDAP and became an affiliate of a party in Augsburg and signed an agreement with the German Socialist Party in that city, only returning when he had been given control of the party itself. So Hitler's like, look, I'm either going to dominate this party or I'm not going to be part of it. Whatever interest Hitler had in socialism was not based on understanding of socialism as we might have today, a movement that would supplant capitalism in which the working class would seize power over the state and means of production. He repeatedly pushed back efforts by economically left-leaning elements of the party to enact socialist reforms, saying in 1926 conference in Bamberg, organized by Nazi party leaders over the very question of the party's ideological underpinnings, that any effort to take the homes and estates of German princes would move the party towards communism, and they would never do anything to assist with, quote, communist-inspired movements. He prohibited the formation of Nazi trade unions, and by 1929, he outright rejected any efforts of Nazis who argued in favor of socialistic ideas or projects in their entirety.
Yeah, right, Scotty.
Sounds like a socialist to me.
Everyone knows that fucking Hitler had all the same fucking policies as socialists like Joe Biden, Scotty. Socialist Joe Biden. Socialist Barack Obama. You know? He was out there doing the same kind of shit, Scotty. He was out there fucking opening up them borders. Just like immigrants come in, right?
Nazis?
Yeah, that's Hitler. That's Hitler all over.
I think he tried to expand the borders, not open them up.
Oh, well, yeah, he's trying to He's so aggressive about fucking illegal immigration, and he's trying to expand borders to fucking just bring the immigrants in fucking quicker and quicker. They're not crossing fast enough, so he crosses them with the border. Think about that, Scotty.
That doesn't sound like Hitler at all.
He sounds like a fucking Democrat to me. Mainstream Democrat Hitler.
Dude, if I could go back in time and I saw Hitler like parading down the road, I would walk up to him and I'd be like, "Excuse me, mein Führer, but you have some schmutz on your lip. You seem to have a bit of schmutz right in the middle of your lip, mein Führer."
Well, damn, Paul. That's a grandfather paradox right there, isn't it?
"Please allow me to get the schmutz." And then I would like dab my handkerchief on my tongue and be like, "I'll just wipe it away."
It's not coming off.
It's a very strong schmutz.
Joseph Goebbels would eventually become the Reich Minister of Propaganda once the Nazi Party seized control.
The naughty party.
Yeah, I know. Naughty.
We're naughty. What do you guys want to do next? Let's genocide an entire race of people. Yeah, it's hot.
Let's genocide an entire race of people and then eat our own scheisse.
Yes. Naughty party.
That's nasty. That is naughty.
Yeah.
The Naughty Party seized control of Germany, and he wrote in his diary about Hitler's rejection of socialism at the 1926 meeting. "I feel as if someone had knocked me on the head. My heart aches so much. A horrible night. Surely one of the greatest disappointments of my life."
Goddamn Hitler.
"Dear diary, today another German citizen came up and said I had schmutz on my upper lip. When will they realize that it is my mustache?"
It is virile. It is manly.
"It does not look like schmutz at all. Why?"
I like how a lot of people talk about like going back. Should we assassinate Hitler? And Paul's just like, I'll just assassinate his self-esteem.
Yeah.
He won't have enough self-esteem to lead a fucking Nazi movement.
I realize like most people don't. People look at Hitler, and you've seen all those like shows too, where it's all like, what was behind the dark, brilliant, psychopathic mind of Hitler?
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I realized like it had nothing to do with that shit, dude. It was his fucking mustache. If you could undermine that, if he had any other facial hair, he would not have gotten as far as he did. He wouldn't even have been able to set up a single fucking death camp, let alone exterminate 6 million Jews. You know what I mean? That fucking mustache had to go. So you got to undermine it. Like, you got to follow him around before he's a political guy when he first starts doing the mustache. And then you got to, like, I don't know, engineer like a situation where everybody's making fun of the mustache, you know?
Yeah, there was like, you seen Hitler's fucking dorky ass mustache, bro?
Oh, look who just walked into the beer hall. The biggest dork in Dusseldorf. It's Adolf Hitler with the schmutz between his lip. Look, Adolf, were you perhaps snipping the anus of a large dog? Oh, what is that? Oh, no, never mind. That is his pitiful mustache. Never would have happened, dude. Hitler never would have rose to power, man.
Damn.
That's how you stop Hitler.
If we could only build a time machine. But rather, Hitler viewed socialism as a political organizing mechanism for the German people more broadly. A way of creating a people's community, the Volksgemeinschaft. That would bring it's German for you. That would bring everyday Germans and business people together, not based on their class, but on their race and ethnicity. Thus, he would use the unifying aspects of National Socialism to get everyday Germans on board with the Nazi program, while simultaneously negotiating with powerful businesses and the Junkers, industrialists, and nobility, who would ultimately help Hitler gain total power over the German state. That doesn't sound very much like a socialist.
Sounds like socialism to me, Scotty.
Sounds like another
socialism if I ever heard of it. No.
Well, ultimately, we'll get to Hitler's point of where he wants to be.
All right.
So what did Hitler really think about socialism? He didn't sound too positive, but you're still going to die on the hill.
He liked it.
He still liked it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he was fond of it, and I think he sucked his dick.
What's this guy's name, TJ? Because I'm obviously you're very well versed in German.
This guy is Otto Strasser.
Oh, you read the document. Very, very good.
No, I didn't. I know this guy. I recognize him on sight, Scotty. The second that motherfucker popped up on screen, I was like, oh, that's Otto Strasser.
Otto Strasser, of course.
Yeah.
Some of the best
I know this motherfucker.
Ability to really look back on Hitler's views on socialism are evident at a debate that was held over 2 days in May 1930 with then party member Otto Strasser, as TJ recognized immediately, and his brother Gregor, who was an avowed socialist of sorts, and were part of the Nazi Party's left wing, which obviously then it wasn't the side that won out by any stretch of the imagination, but there was a debate going on in the party at the time, and they were obviously arguing in favor of political socialism as essential to Nazism. Hitler did not agree. When Strasser argues for revolutionary socialism, Hitler dismissed the idea, arguing that workers are too simple to ever understand socialism. So we have a Hitler quote here. We have a few more too. Your socialism is Marxism pure and simple. You see, the great mass of workers only want bread and circuses. Ideas are not accessible to them, and we cannot hope to win them over. We attach ourselves to the fringe, to the race of lords, which do not grow through a miserablest doctrine and knows by the virtue of its own character that is called to rule, and rule without weakness over the masses of beings.
Good old Hitler, man.
P.S. It is not schmutz. It is a mustache.
Oh, sorry. It's not schmutz. It's a mustache. Sorry, I didn't include that part. When Strasser calls for the end of the schmutz, when Strasser called for the return of 41% of private property to the state and dismisses the role of private property in an industrialized economy, Hitler tells him not only will it ruin the entire nation, but end all progress of humanity. In fact, Hitler dismisses the idea of even challenging the status of capitalism, telling Strasser that socialism is actually Marxism and making the argument that powerful businessmen were powerful because they were evolutionarily superior to their employees.
Socialism is but a piece of schmutz on the lip of Marxism.
Thus, Hitler argues workers' council taking charge of a company would only get in their way. Like, basically, just doing this in a race-based argument, they're genetically superior. That's why they're the leaders. Makes sense, right? Here's Hitler's quote. Our great heads of industry are not concerned with the accumulation of wealth and the good life. Rather, they are concerned with responsibility and power. They have acquired this rights by natural selection. They are members of the higher race. But you will surround them with a council of incompetents who have no notion of anything. No economic leader can accept that. Damn. They're just better, TJ. Like me and you. Like, I'm just better than you by genetics, dude.
Makes sense.
I run faster, TJ. Smarter than you. Everything.
Faster than you. I run way faster than you. What are you talking about?
I raced me then.
I did. Remember that time we raced?
Yeah, and I won.
We did the fucking race through the yard, and it was like fucking. By the time you even fucking ran one lap, I'd finished the whole fucking shebang. It was supposed to be a 3-lap race.
Well, you said you've been exercising, TJ, so you're gonna race me, right?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I mean, why? How many times do I need to beat you? I mean, I've already proven this fucking premise more than once.
You've never beaten me once, dude.
Well, that's all I do. That's all I do is beat you.
So Strasser,
there's only one way to settle this, boys. Pistols at dawn.
All right, I'll do it.
That's it. So Strasser then asked him directly, shut up, TJ.
All right.
What would he do with the powerful steel arms manufacturer Krupp, known today as ThyssenKrupp? Would Hitler permit the company to stay as big and powerful as it was in 1930? Of course, TJ, of course. Do you think I'm stupid enough to destroy the economy? The state will only intervene if people do not act in the interest of the nation. There's no need for dispossession or participation in all decisions. The state will intervene strongly when it must, pushed by superior motives, without regards to particular interests. You know what that means, TJ?
It means Hitler is a fucking socialist, Scotty.
It means the fucking corporations do whatever they want.
Just like today. You know, you got these socialist corporations doing all their woke bullshit. You know, like Disney being all woke and shit. Communism, Scotty. Hitler's just saying, like, no matter how communist these corporations become, I will support them no matter what.
Guys, there is a system.
Whereas the good capitalist Strasser is like, no, we must fucking give the corporations to the people. I believe in capitalism so much I want to spread it even to the fucking the pleb class.
There's really only one option. Hitler's mind, there's one option, TJ. A system that rests on anything other than authority downwards and responsibility upwards cannot really make decision. decisions. Excuse me, not just a single decision. So TJ, he's offered us a model. Fascism offers us a model that we can absolutely replicate. As it is in the case of fascism, the entrepreneurs and the workers of our national socialist state sit side by side, equal in rights. The state strongly intervenes in the case of conflict to impose its decision and end economic disputes that put the life of the nation in danger.
Sounds like socialism to me. They fascist socialists right there.
What? He just said fascism.
Joe Biden's a fascist socialist, and Barack Obama's a fascist socialist as well.
Fascist socialist communist.
Yeah, fascist socialist communist terrorist.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another interview with Hitler from 1923. In my scheme of the German state, there will be no room for the alien, no use for the wastrel, for the usurer, or speculator, or anyone capable of productive work. Or anyone incapable of productive work, excuse me.
Anyone capable of productive work, yeah. Fucking get all the fucking able-bodied people out of this country, god damn it.
Hitler's version of National Socialism, socialism was Aryan and focused on the commonwealth of everyday Germans, a group of people he unites as based entirely on their race. And from the same interview, he says this about socialism, TJ. Socialism is the science of dealing with the commonwealth. Communism is not socialism. Marxism is not socialism. The Marxians have stolen the term and got it confused with its meaning. I shall take socialism away from the socialist. Socialism, unlike Marxism, does not repudiate private property. Unlike Marxism, it involves no negation of personality, and unlike Marxism, it is patriotic. We are not internationalist. Our socialism is national. We demand the fulfillment of the just claims of the productive classes by the state on the basis of race solidarity. To us, state and race are one.
Sounds like he pretty much says right there that he's socialist, Scotty.
Sounds like a fascist ethno-state.
No, he says right there it's socialism. He says he's redefining it, Scotty. He's taking it away from the fucking people who are misusing the term. He's a true socialist, Scotty. So you basically just disproving your own case right there.
So
he says, I shall take socialism away from the socialists. And he did. And now it's his. So, just because there was some other people calling themselves socialists before does not mean that he wasn't one of them. He's saying that they're the false socialists. He's the real socialist.
Yeah, he's saying he's redefining socialism to be like a fascist ethno-state based on race.
Right. And that's what it is.
No, it's not.
That's what it is, Scotty.
So Hitler was not a fan of Strasser's ideas. He was fine with it in the beginning of the Nazis party because it helped them win some important victories in the elections of 1928. And
basically, he was for it because it had populist support.
Yes,
but the second he saw his ability to subvert it, he did.
Yeah,
because he did not believe that shit.
Their views continued to become more and more separated, and he was assassinated on Hitler's orders in 1934.
Because he said I had a piece of schmutz on my lip.
Everyone who says I have schmutz on my lip must die.
Well, and as we end here, this is really the more singular reason than anything else. By the early 1930s, Strasser was head of the Nazi political organization, and second only to Hitler in power and popularity. As leader of the party's left wing, however, he opposed Hitler's courting of big business, as well as his anti-Semitism, and favored other radical social reforms along socialist lines. He finally resigned his party offices in 1932. Hitler was able to avert large-scale loss of membership after Strasser's defection. And after Hitler's accession to chancellorship, Strasser lost almost all of his influence. He was murdered in Hitler's orders during the Ernst Röhm purge of 1934.
So basically, Strasser was like the good Hitler.
Yeah. He was the one that was like, I don't really like this anti-Semitism and a lot of this other stuff. This is all bad. I mean, I don't know his beyond his, what I've read here, his exact political leanings, but between him and Hitler, I think obviously he would have been better than Hitler. Though I'm not sure if he would have been necessarily better for the world, but maybe, who knows?
I mean, it seems to me like he was not trying to, eradicate the Jews. I don't know. He might have been an anti-Semite himself, but I don't think that was like so prime of a fucking, so central to his ideology.
Well, it kind of makes you just think about, I mean, obviously the Nazi party a little bit differently. Just see how, like, when people say that stuff about like modern America, it's like, no, it's not. That could never happen here.
Well, what I think about with it is just like, this is like what I'm talking about when I tell people to be wary of like this, like left-right alliance because we're both against the powers that be. Because, you know, you let the right wing in there, and eventually, workers, yeah. We're in power now. Okay, fuck all that bullshit. Fascism. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh shit, are you guys serious? Yeah,
we're
just
serious.
A
vehicle for fascism, huh? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Sorry.
I could help you out with that.
Let's roll the dice here. What did you get? Oh, sorry, you came up ethno-state fascism. Better luck next time.
Yeah, well, maybe next time we'll be the ones that subvert it all for our goals.
It's a good thing the red-blue ping pong we're playing never lands on fascism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
it's
never. We haven't
because it might be fascism.
It's not different. That's the point. It already been tried. They tried to let's all unite right-wing populists and left-wing populists. The result was Hitler. So
in Germany,
try again.
In Germany, they tried it. Yeah. And the dude leading the fucking thing had schmutz on his lip. Why don't we come on?
We just got to get no schmutz. If we had it, wait. So you're telling me if we just had to do with no schmutz?
Yeah, no schmutz on his lip.
We're gonna have a clean-shaven fascist in this country. That's what we're gonna get. I'm confident.
I'm gonna tell you right now what you really need. You just need to vote for TJ 2024.
We're just going to keep playing badminton with the red and blue fascist.
Yeah.
Red fascist, I'm tired. Fascist, one fascist, two fascists, red fascist, blue fascist, one fascist, two fascists, red fascist, blue fascist. Till fucking the earth is a smoldering rot and fucking bubbling with infestation and pustules, and there's not a single living thing on the planet anymore. That'll be what we do.
Our conversation will be, well, I voted for blue fascist. I voted for the red fascist.
Wait, you know what we ought to do, guys? We ought to fucking get together. We just need to set our differences aside, unite as a people, and get rid of these motherfuckers. And then you do, and it's like, now we are the new American way. We must kill the Jews. We must kill the trans people.
Example.
God damn it.
Example. Something from fucking 65 fucking years ago, led by a dude with schmutz on his lip.
65 years ago is not that long ago in fucking the scale of human history.
Long enough.
Fascism coming to a neighborhood near you. Well, so I think the jury's out. Hitler was definitely not a socialist.
Alternately, it could just fucking be the new Soviet Union, too.
Or I guess, TJ, you could argue Hitler was a socialist, but he totally redefined socialism to mean an ethno-state based on race.
I honestly don't think anybody is anything. I think they're all just bullshit terms. If Hitler says he's a socialist, he's a fucking socialist. So, yeah, I think he is.
All right. Well, fair enough. That's what I got. And, of course, there's many more bullshit than the internet. You want me to fact check it? Let me know. If there's something you want fact checked by me, done poorly by my dumbass, please come. Leave a comment.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried.